Captain James Bartholomew Roberts was interviewing staff. He was recruiting. He was about to set sail on a voyage. The funding had been approved and signed off. And then down to the docks. And now his ship was requisitioned. And now he was recruiting the crew. He'd got just about everybody. But right now today he was interviewing for the position of ship's cook, a very important job. And he'd seen a number of candidates. There was a great line of them all down the dockyard, and Captain James Bartholomew Roberts was getting tired. Some of them were dead easy. No. Some of them, yeah, very good candidates. But as he worked, as he listened, he kept looking down the line, and at the end of the line, he kept seeing a man who looked like a very unfortunate fellow. Now, people who go to sea are superstitious people. You don't necessarily want an unlucky person on your ship. And this man definitely looked like an unfortunate fellow. Captain James Bartholomew Roberts kept interviewing candidate after candidate after candidate, and every time he looked up, the unfortunate fellow was closer. And then sat in front of him, because now it was time to interview this unfortunate sea cook. This man had an eye patch, he had a hook for a hand, and he had a wooden leg. Well, Captain James Bartholomew Roberts interviewed him about his, and how do you manage the stock? Very good. And okay, question, if you had in store, and how many men, for how many nights? Well, I would give, and so the man answered, and he clearly knew his way around a galley, he clearly knew his way around a store, he clearly knew, actually, he seemed to be a very, very strong candidate. And so when all of that sort of professional side of the interview had been dealt with, Captain James Bartholomew Roberts said, now, if you don't mind, could I ask you one or two, that's rather more personal questions, to which the unfortunate sea cook said, yes, sir, please, feel free. I wondered if you could tell me, how did you come to have a wooden leg? Oh, it's a bit of bad luck, that is, sir. I was on a merchantman, sir, and we were sailing off the Azores, and well, I was working, of course, and I chopped a whole host of vegetables, and I had a great big pot with all the peelings in, sir, and I was just on my way to, tidy up, because of course hygiene very important. You don't want to be feeding vermin or rats on your ship. No, I quite agree. And so I went to the gunwale, sir, to tip the peelings off into the sea, sir. And at that moment, a great sea swell rose, the ship yawled, and I fell off and I went into the water. Oh, I say, that is very bad luck. Yeah, it is. My men saw, and they threw a rope straight away. I caught out of the rope, which is good, and they're pulling me in, which is all good. Yes, I agree, but how did you come to lose it? Well, that's the thing, sir. Just before they hauled me out, sir, a shark come and bit my left leg off just below the knee. Oh, dear. That is really very, very bad. Well, like I said, sir, a bit of bad luck. Yes, I see. Yeah, dear. But you seem to have come around with it. Yes, you deal with it better. But and if you don't mind me asking, how do you come to have a hook instead of your right hand? It's a bit of bad luck, sir. Different ship, sir, different voyage. It was a merchantman, and in that case we were sailing in the Caribbean, sir, and we run across a Spanish galleon what attacked, sir. Yeah, you know what I do. Well, we do the same. So, of course, I heard there was a bit of a dust-up going on, so I put down my kitchen knife, picked up my cutlass, and I went out to join my men en crew to fight with the crew, because I'm a member of the crew. I'm very glad to hear that. It's very good news. And there I was, out on the deck, lunge cut, thrust and parry. And as I'm fighting, I swung at a Spaniard, sir, and at that moment, one of my own men, sir, Englishman, sir, well, he mistook me, and he cut my right hand off. Oh dear, that really is very bad. Like I said, sir, a bit of bad luck when I won my own men and that. Yes, I say, very bad luck. And that's why I had the hook fitted. Yes, I see, I understand. But you seem to manage very well. Oh, I do my best, sir. And you work out, I do the job. Oh, yes, of course. And if you don't mind my asking, how do you come to have the eye patch? How did you come to lose an eye? At which the unfortunate sea cook suddenly looked very embarrassed. He looked at his feet, he coughed a bit, and he said, oh, that's a bit of an embarrassing story, sir. That was a seagull, sir, that pooped in my eye. Well, I understand that, but how on earth did you come to lose the entire eye? It was only a couple of days after the hook were fitted, sir. And I'm sure you can work out how that works. Thank you.